The rent was paid in cash, every month, for 2 years, by a man who died 3 years ago. This file was pulled from a decommissioned security archive outside Waverly, Ohio, one of thousands of similar logs sitting in storage facilities' server rooms across the country, the kind nobody looks at until something forces them to. What you're about to hear is reconstructed from body cam audio, incident reports, and one voicemail that was never supposed to leave the building. Marcus Feld took the night shift at Iron Vale Self-Storage because it paid $2 more an hour and required him to talk to exactly nobody. 12 hours, one office, 400 and some units. Simple. Until week 3, when he noticed Unit 114 open on camera 6, every night, 3:14 a.m. for exactly 6 minutes. Nobody ever walked in. Nobody ever walked out. The first time Marcus saw it happen, he assumed it was a malfunction. The door, a standard roll-up, orange paint chipping at the corners, was down at 3:13 and up at 3:14. Not opening. Just up, like it had never been down at all. He rewound the footage 4 times. There was no transition, no motion, just a cut, clean as a splice in film. He walked the row that night, flashlight low, telling himself it was a glitch in the DVR. Unit 114 had a padlock on it, government issue, rusted at the shackle. Standard stuff. He wrote it up as a camera desync in his end-of-shift report, the way you write off anything you don't want to think about at 4 a.m. alone in a double-wide security office. Management didn't care about the door. They cared about the payments. Every unit had a name attached, an account, a renewal date. Unit 114 belonged to a Harold Voss. Rent, paid in full, in cash, dropped through the after-hours slot in a sealed envelope, on the 1st of every month, going back over 2 years. Marcus only found out Harold Voss had been dead for 3 years, because he made the mistake of Googling the name on a slow Tuesday. Obituary. Local paper. Survived by no one. Cause of death left deliberately vague, after a long illness, the kind of phrase families use when they don't want questions asked. Someone was still paying his rent. He told his shift supervisor, a tired woman named Denise who'd worked the facility for 11 years and treated every question like a personal insult. She said units get inherited, cash gets weird, people are strange, and if he didn't like it, he could work days like a normal person. She did not ask why he was looking up the tenant. She did not ask about the 6 minutes. That should have told him something. If this is still Marcus, don't go back down that row after 3. I did this job for 6 years before you. Voss isn't the name on the lease. Voss is just who they let sign it. There were 4 before him. There's gonna be 1 after you if you keep opening that door on camera. They don't like being watched back. Marcus didn't sleep after that. He played the voicemail for Denise the next evening, expecting her to finally react. She listened to the whole thing without blinking, then told him the landline had been disconnected for 4 months, and there was no way to trace an incoming call. She said this like it settled the matter. She said this like she already knew. He stopped writing up the desyncs. He stopped walking the row. For 9 nights he sat in the office and watched camera 6 from a distance, the way you watch something you're afraid will notice you watching. Every night, 3:14, 6 minutes. The door simply was open, and then simply wasn't. On the 10th night, the camera feed for Unit 114 didn't come back on at 3:20. It stayed open. Marcus sat with his hand on the desk phone for 11 minutes. The longest 11 minutes of his life. before the picture finally cut back to black asphalt and a closed orange door. Like nothing had happened. He quit the next morning. Didn't give notice. Left his badge on the desk. The part he never told anyone, the part that isn't in any incident report, is that when he handed in his badge, Denise didn't ask why. She just slid a folder across the counter, without looking up. Inside was a lease application. Blank. Waiting on a name. He didn't sign it. He drove home and didn't look at a storage facility again for the rest of his life. Ironvale Self-Storage is still operating. Unit 114's rent is still current. The name on file has changed twice since Marcus left. Most recently, 6 months ago, to a name that matches no public record. No obituary, no photograph, nothing at all except a signature that, according to the one employee who stayed long enough to notice, doesn't quite match itself from month to month. If you check the payment log, the first deposit under the current name came in on the 1st of the month, 3 days before the name was ever added to the account.